All right, good morning, everybody. Mr. Realistic here with a quick video, semi-quick video on APTY's chart. Had a request for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that for that person. Um, Please keep in mind this is never financial advice. It's only used for educational purposes only. Okay, get a lot of people out there that don't understand that. Okay, very important. Never buy my calls. Okay, it's not the point of this. Okay, showing you what I see through the chart, and maybe you could pick up something from that from an educational standpoint. We have to make sure that we understand a very critical and important part of charting. People are saying charts do not apply to the OTC. That is a bunch of baloney. Okay. What is happening is 99.9999% of the OTC stocks and a lot of other stocks are in a downtrend. Remember, we have an uptrend, we have sideways, and we have a downtrend. Okay. So as you can see, all right, if I take my, oh, that's right, I'm using different software here. Got a couple different softwares I use. If I take a trend line, okay, and I put it from bottom to top, look, that is an uptrend, folks. It is staying above that trend line and it is going upwards. That's the easiest one to make money. Anybody that has decent charting skills can do that, okay? You go long, not financial advice, but you're long on uptrends, okay? Now, you'll get sideways motion here. See how it's going sideways upon here? And now a downtrend. Okay, so we are clearly, and you can see by the trend line right here, in a downtrend. Okay, it's a lot harder because you're not supposed to go long in these positions on a downtrend. Okay, this is where shorts come in and everything. You're technically supposed to go short on a stock in this. All right, whoever has money to short a penny stock has millions and millions of dollars. Okay, it's insane to borrow from. So keep that in mind. Your hedge funds. So as we're coming down, remember green is 5-day moving average. These are simples. Simples used for long-term moving averages. 20-day yellow is 50, 200 is purple, and 100 is this light blue. Okay, so when they are all going upwards and the lowest is on top with the strongest on the bottom, that is your uptrend. That is, long position, and then vice versa for the downtrend. Okay, so what we're looking for here, okay, all right, APTY is not going to moon. No stock that has a downward trend right now is going to moon until it gets enough volume and it gets correction. So keep that in mind. So we are at the beginning, in my opinion, of a correction potentially for APTY. Okay, see right here. Okay, notice the 20 is bearing down very strong. You need good volume and buys to push it up. Less selling, more buying. Okay, and when that crosses up, that starts the momentum. Think about your moving averages. Okay, 5 days, because we're on daily right here. Okay, 5 days green. Takes 20 days to get into that for the blue. 50-day average for the 50. 100 days for the 100, and 200 for the 200. So it's a lot to move those stronger ones, folks. So as you can see, we hit strong resistance. We actually broke through the 50 here, but the 20 didn't, and we got rejected at the 100. It's really hard to do. You need consistent and massive volume to break through. So it was rejected, came back down. All right, and once you get rejected, it comes back down and it'll go again. Okay, so we had a death cross here on February 14th. Obviously, that's not good. You want the vice versa. Um, but it's okay in these downtrends. Doesn't mean that it's done forever, folks. That's not how it works. All right, so you have these pullbacks. Okay, so look, we had a solid amount of consolidation in this period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, we're looking at about a month. Let's get at it. All right, month of consolidation within this channel of 104 to 83, okay? Notice how it's staying in here, all right? It's very good. Actually, more like 87, because you're seeing this, how the price for the majority of the time is staying in this higher level, like 87, 89 area right here, okay? So what that does is the moving averages, all right, it helps move those lines parallel, all right, and then upwards, all right. As soon as the stock price starts rising, all right, it's going to affect the green line 5-day first, obviously, because it's easier to affect that, and that brings this line up, brings it up and over the 20. Look, we haven't been up and over it since January 20th, all right? So that's when we crossed down on below it, and we've been below it since. Look, we've been below this 20 all the way through, folks, okay? We had this cross back in December 23rd, it looks like, 22nd, and that made that push. Same here, okay? So these are the things that we're looking for reversals, in my opinion. Okay, looks like I'm missing an indicator here. Bear with me 1 second. I had a issue on my phone. I think I accidentally deleted it. Relative strength index. Boom. Okay, and then I'm just gonna make a quick edit to that. We're gonna move it up a pane, and I like my line to be black. There we go. Perfect. All right, so very important as well, okay? We have oscillators to help us out here. We got MACD, we've got RSI, and we have stochastic. So the important thing about this is I like to use all of them. My preferable one is the RSI right here in the middle, okay? This is what a majority of traders are going to use, a very high majority. Okay, stochastic's a momentum indicator, indicating if it's, if it has volume to move upwards or downwards. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, but with RSI, you have an oversold and overbought area. Overbought means anything over the 70 line right here. Okay, and oversold is below this line. They can stay in those ranges for a long period of time. Keep that in mind. So what we look for is if it's in the overbought area, that's good. It's going in its uptrend. But as you can see, once it leaves that area, that's when the selling pressure comes in. Okay, until it comes back up and starts to move north again. Notice how this black line is the moving average in the RSI. Notice it's staying in the oversold territory. That's why it's still good. That's why it's still going up. But look, once it crosses down into here, okay, we get a little spike, but as soon as this crosses down beneath here, that's where you get your downtrend. And look, the MA is going down until it starts moving upwards and up towards the top here, and then it moves down and stays beneath it, okay? Look at what we've been doing over here of recent, okay? I wish I could make both of these bigger at the same time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a trend line beneath this, okay? So look, we've been doing parallel, okay, for most of the time. But as you can see, we are now going slightly upwards. We're starting. Keep in mind, this is a daily chart. So each one of these candles is a day. That's why it takes a lot to move this, okay? What we want to see is this MA move upwards, because when it goes upwards, the SP goes upwards, okay? So that's what we're looking for. So this is going upwards. So what we're trying to do is we want to keep this moving average going up, okay? This band right here, this is the actual RSI one right here, okay? You'll get some selling when it drops beneath that and whatnot. It's kind of your momentum. That's fine. It's got to cool off. We don't want it to go spike up because it's eventually going to just fall right down, like right here. Look, spikes up and then plummets. Okay, so this is fine. Just kind of like doing W's or M's up and down. As long as moving average is going up, that's good. That means this price is coming up. Okay. What we want is we want this 5 MA over the 20 MA, and then we want both of them to start curling upwards. Okay. A bullish breakout, okay, a reversal would be a falling wedge. Highly suggest looking into that because we're looking for that in a lot of our plays here. Now we also want to look for bullish divergence. Okay, so divergence is the opposite of what the chart is showing us, and we can find that within oscillators. Okay, and how we do that is we look at the SP and we look at the trend that it's in, okay? So clearly in a descending trend line here, we're getting that consolidation to the side, all right? We want to see this come back up. So if this is going down, but let's say our MACD is showing an increase, okay? It's going upwards in an upwards trend. That's your divergence, okay? Look, MACD is going up while this is going down. That's showing you divergence, that people are buying into it. Same could be said about RSI right here. Okay, so if I take the trend line right here, okay, look how it's going upwards. Okay, so we've got two verifications on that. Now, why we probably saw some selling right here off the thing, one, we had the market, but also we were in, I hate when that happens. All right, look, we broke this stochastic momentum, okay, right here. But look, now it's crossing up. So we get this black line on the stochastic to come up. We come above it and we pull up. That pulls up momentum. That pulls up SP, okay? We have broken the 20-day moving average. We did that right here, okay? But look, it never crossed. We needed to cross. The next day, we got a hard sell candle off of that. I believe it was the hourly chart that we got rejected. Yeah, so look, 200 right here on the hourly, okay? We did not get enough volume. See how we had this volume spike right here? Look at how the volume went down afterwards. It didn't have volume to break this. People sold it, went down, consolidates, and then comes back up. Each one of these candles represents 1 hour, so obviously it takes some time. But as you can see, folks, look, when the 5 crosses the 20 and comes upwards, and these, you got the 100 and the 50 super close, those are easier to break, okay? You get rejected, it's fine, it's just going to come back down. We just want to hold them tight together. Now look, the 200's even closer now. That means we have a super, super great chance next time to break this on Monday, okay? Any buys above 98, okay, are going to send us the SP over this, which is what we want, but we need to hold it over there because remember, this is an hourly chart, so every hour that we hold over there, that affects the 5 hours of that moving average, okay? It affects the 20 hours of that moving average, the 50, the 100, and the 200, and that starts to pull these all up, and it comes up and above. Now, this is where I want to show you some importance of our hourly charts and all these differences, okay? People say, oh man, OTC, stocks don't, they only go to catalysts. They only go, that's bullshit. Okay, you get a catalyst once in a while. Okay, you can't get a catalyst every day. Okay, especially in a downtrend. People are going to sell the catalyst. Look, soon as we break all these and all the MAs go below and the 200's on top, that's bearish. Follow this 200 and just look how it's a cloud cover and it's just holding it beneath there. Okay, all he's holding it. We broke it here. All right, this is January 12th. Okay, actually, technically we broke it here, but we got rejected on January 12th. So I'm going to pull that up in a second. And then we went back beneath it. Okay, so we're going to get that another opportunity. So most likely from, I think it was a 3 hour that if I remember correctly. Yeah, look, 3 hour 200. Okay, rejected. Okay, so that was that. That was the cloud cover for the 3 hour. Okay, so this is what's happening. It's a cycle. Without that crazy volume, all right, and you can't break that, then people sell it and then it resets, it goes back down and does it again. What we need are all these to bunch up really close together so the 100 comes down together. That's perfect. Notice how they're all tight right here, and that's how it gets a chance to get over. This is getting tighter on the chart as well, okay? Even the 200, believe it or not, look, it's starting to curl flat, which is great. You hold an SP higher here, that affects these short ones to move up a lot more. And also, if you hold it for weeks on a time, it also affects this and flattens it out, so it's easier to get over. That's why people selling into stocks really crushes the momentum. Now let's look at the 6 hour because that was the 100 on that got rejected, or what was it? Oh, nope, it was the 200 on here as well. Okay, was it the 8? One of them I thought was the 50. Might have been another chart. Oh, there it is, 12 hour. All right, so here's 100 on the 12 hour. That was the same thing. It blocked it out. Okay. Now, like I said, we're not going to get crazy 6x, 5x, 3x kind of thing. I think maybe, 3x isn't impossible. Okay. 1, 2x is definitely possible, in my opinion. Remember, not financial advice. Keep this in mind, though. It all depends on volume. Okay. Now, you'll get big takeoffs once all these are really tight together, especially on the higher time frames, the 12 and daily. I want you to see why this could be potentially massive for APTY. Keep in mind, with all of the resistance of MAs, that doesn't include these resistance lines right here from other things. That's normal in a chart, by the way. They act as support and resistance. Resistance if you're beneath it, support if you're above it, and it's shown that it holds. So once you're above all these MAs right here, that's when you go in your uptrend. That's when you start flying up. All right, look down over here. Okay, do you see any MAs above here on the daily? No, and that's why the stock is going upwards. Okay, there's no cloud cover on it. All right, it's going up. But as soon as it falls down, there's your cloud cover. So we just need to get up and above there again. We're on the daily right here, and the highest cover that we have right now is 141, and we're talking about a 96 close yesterday. That is not very difficult to get above and beyond with the correct amount of volume. And we're just people holding. Seriously, just holding the stock. You can get up there faster. All right. So if we get up and hold above here and get all these MAs above, that makes the daily bullish. And if it makes the daily bullish, it's going to impact all the other ones so much quicker. Now, weekly, I'm finding it's extremely important. Obviously, it's stronger than the daily, but look, folks, right here, look, 50 is right here. We're above the 100, which is sitting at 6.1. 200's at 4.2. Okay, we're sitting right above it. We broke above. All right, we're technically right at it, actually, because we closed right below it. We're right at the 8 right here. But look, we were down beneath it for weeks at a time. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 closed out it last week, and then this week 8. Okay, so we're getting closer. We look at the MACD. Okay, obviously it's been in a downtrend. What we're looking is for a swoop. This line's from the daily, by the way, that we're going over. The swoop to come up and come over to the positive side of MACD. That means we come up and over this 50. Okay, what helps a lot is looking at the stochastic and RSI of your chart. Okay, follow the moving average. Notice as the black line goes up, the SP goes up. Goes down, SP goes down. All right, it's easier to follow on the weekly because each candle's a week. All right, up, it's going up. Down is going down. Look, we're going down. But look what we're starting to do here, folks. We are starting to go flat. That is what we want, either flat or upwards. Because what happens when the stock goes upwards, or the RSI and MA goes upwards? The price goes upwards. Okay, so that's what we need. So look, cross down on the RSI. All right, I'm gonna get the. I just want you guys to see the settings. This is standard settings on TradingView. So purple line is the actual RSI. RSI based MA is the black one, just so you all can understand that. Okay, so MA is coming down, and look, as soon as we cross the RSI below the MA, look, it perfectly lines up to here, and we've been under it the whole time. Now, if we can get buying pressure, which we're come up and over the 5 over the 20 right here, all right, and we start upwards next week, and we close at a higher SP than what we closed at this week, then what's going to happen is this RSI line right here is not going to curl down. It's going to curl up. This is going to flatten even more, and then depending on the price, could go even higher. And once we cross up and over, and I just want you to show you all what it does. So look, this was a down. Look, cross down and over. Once it goes up, look, you go upwards, okay? Once we get up over, let's see, the highest point right now is 133 on the weekly. We're at 9.6. Keep that in mind, okay? This will probably come down closer to the 50, so we're looking closer to about 115 on the weekly. 115. We're at 96, folks. That's freaking fantastic. So if this is coming down and below, all right, if we get this 8, okay, up and over the 50 and the 20 on the weekly, it's not going to happen in 1 week, folks, okay? It's probably looking at least a month to do that. But there's no resistance above that. Look at this, guys. Look, we hit the 200 back on November 22nd. That's why it came back. Look, we caught our ground here, and then we busted up and above it. No resistance, and it flew up. Okay? Awesome. Awesome. Now, I didn't bring in the stochastic. So stochastic's momentum. Think of it like RSI with the oversold, overbought territory, but that's not what you should use it for. Not for oversold or overbought, just the momentum. All right. You want it at the bottom if you're going long, and you want to go short if it's on top. Not financial advice. Okay. So because if it's coming down and it's coming out of this area, the price goes down. Look, when it comes up, it goes up. When it goes down, it goes down. All right. Momentum has been going neutral sideways. So all we're waiting for this thing is to come up, and that starts the price action. It's coming, folks. I'm just being patient. All right. Just going to sit there and let it do its thing. Okay. It comes up where there's no resistance there. All right. This is a weekly. So each one's a week. You cross over positive side, cross up. MACD goes. A lot of people use MACD for that. MACD is a lagging indicator. It comes behind these. So keep that in mind. That gives you an advantage if you use RSI or stochastic as well. All right, and then if we look at the monthly here, okay, I mean, this monthly MACD was all the way in the dirt, okay, all the way down here, and we're coming upwards, all right? We're bouncing off the RSI right here, coming upwards. I mean, this thing was all the way down here, okay? So what we're looking is we'll come down here, bounce off, and come up. Look at momentum's been going down on the monthly. That could change very easily, okay? We're only about halfway into the month, okay? So you're looking for either a doji here, or you're looking for like a inverse hammer. You're looking for a lot of things. This is good right now. This is what we would want to see, or at least end with. This would help. But look, this is the only moving average above us until I think there's a 200 somewhere. No, it's not even up there. All right. So it's so new. All right. So we just got to come above this 5 right here, and that's the resistance. And what's it sitting at? It's sitting at a pretty, what's that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, folks. That's it. All right. We come above 1, 2, 3 on the monthly, which if we do that, obviously, because we got to get to what are we doing? 116-ish, 115 on the weekly. Okay. And then the daily. All right, the daily is the biggest one. Okay, daily is going to be this 100 will come down. At the 200, we're talking. Let's just say roughly, 135, 140 for that area. Okay, that's the highest resistance we have, and we're at 9.6 at the bottom. Okay, of a potential reversal. Remember, what we want to do is we want to hold current levels and increase current level, even if it's just a penny. Literally, just a penny helps. Because think about this, all right? This is an average over the 5 days, okay? This green line. If the average change and either stays at this higher price, then this line starts curling up. If it goes even higher, it curls up a lot faster. Keep in mind, this is a 20-day on the blue one. So 20 days comes up and goes, forward. We're going to find resistance here unless we have massive volume. But keep this in mind. This right here is the highest MA resistance. That's beautiful. If you look at a lot of other charts, they're a lot higher. It's going to take longer for those charts to really run. This has a potential to be a nice breakout if we can hold and we can break over this. Because look, last time we did, sent the SP up. Okay, that's what we got to do. Break up and out of this wedge right here. All right, friends, if you missed or tuned in late, this is recorded. You should check out my YouTube. It'll pull up right after